up everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the 2020 Volkswagen Passat R-Line variant. This is a special edition Passat, fully loaded with options, finished in this quite awesome moonstone grey paint job with a lot of black accents all around the car and those quite cool 19-inch Pretoria alloys. Only 2,000 cars will be available worldwide and 320 are coming to Sweden. It's been built to celebrate the 30th million Passat that's been sold this year, and after driving it for the past 7 days, I've come to realize that this isn't really your everyday Passat. So I've decided to put together a video highlighting 5 of the most surprising features about the new Passat R-Line edition. And the first thing on my list is the fact that this is basically a Passat R, or better yet, the closest we'll ever get to seeing one, because VW is unlikely to ever make one again. It has the same 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine that the Golf R has. It's been slightly detuned to produce only 272 horsepower, same gearbox as the Golf R, same 4-wheel drive system, same 19-inch Pretoria alloy wheels, and the same seats. Not bad VW, not bad at all. Second surprising feature of this car is its interior. More specifically, the quality and the premium feel of the inside. I'm not saying previous Passats had bad quality interior, but with this one, it all seems to have taken a huge leap forward. There's good quality materials all around. You even have some aluminium on the dash over here, and even the design is pretty good as well. The seats are super comfortable and adjustable in countless ways. There's 3-zone climate control, wireless charging for your phone, and some quite cool looking ambient lighting. And that neatly brings me on to point number 3 on my list. And please hold on to your horses, we are gonna do a launch control right after this. So for point number 3, I'm gonna spare you the monologue and I'm just gonna show you 5 very cool features that this car has. First, we have this digital dashboard that comes as standard with the R-Line. There's various ways it can display information, and you can even have the entire map shown instead of the speedometer and rev counter. Then we have VW's Matrix headlights that allow you to drive with the full beam on all the time, while the car's computer will make sure to turn off different sections of the headlights in order to avoid blinding incoming traffic. Next is this car's adaptive dampers. They have regular, normal, comfort and sport modes of course, but they also have an individual mode, where you can set each setting of the car individually. And just look at how adjustable the dampers are. I've never seen that in a car before. There's literally a setting for everybody. Then there's the automatic closing tailgate button. Press that button after opening the boot and there's a sensor that'll only allow the boot to close after you step away from the car. And finally we have the travel assistant, a very cool feature of the Passat, and it is basically a more advanced version of adaptive cruise control. Besides maintaining the speed you've set and slowing down and accelerating based on the car in front, this travel assistant will also read traffic signs and adjust the speed accordingly. But it will also brake automatically when you're approaching a roundabout or a corner if it senses that your speed is too high for what's coming down the road. Point 4 on my unexpected features is the fact that this car is pretty fast and surprisingly fun to drive. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes around 5.6 seconds, and you can also disable traction control completely in this car, just like in any other full-on R product. Mind you, this estate car, a pretty big one I might add, is just as fast to 100 kilometers per hour as other hot hatches I've tested in the past few weeks, like the Ford Focus ST and the Renault Megane RS Trophy. It feels quite agile when driving it fast, and the gearbox very sharp response helps with that a lot, of course. And while you do feel that the car is big, there's very little understeer. It leans a bit in the bends, even in sport mode, and the steering could use a little more weight added to it. But with that being said, this car feels remarkably similar to drive as the Golf R Estate I drove a couple of weeks ago. And honestly, I had very low expectations when it comes to the driving experience of a Passat, but I do have to say that for its purpose of carrying around your family and your house with ease, it's as good as it gets for the price. It's one of those cars that has a comfortable and practical side to it when you're on a family road trip, but it can also cover ground at quite impressively high pace without your better half knowing what speeds you're doing. So finally, it's time to cover the last point on my list, and that is pricing. This entire package you see over here, including optional extras and everything else, costs around 52,000 euros. I mean, that's not cheap, but compared to what you're getting in return, I say that's quite reasonable. Take the 3 Series for example, spec a 330i Touring with the same options that this car has, and you'll get a list price of around 57,000 euros. And in return you get a slightly less powerful car and also a slightly less practical one. And if you don't go for BMW's individual options list, these two cars are very similar in regards to build quality and material quality. But that's been it for today's video, my friends. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you have, and make sure you're subscribed for plenty more videos to come. And until next time, take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you around.